Good morning, everyone. It is a Friday. Welcome, welcome. It is a little later than we are used to. So, for those of you who are my regulars who are watching this on the replay, hello, hello. For those of you who are finding me live, welcome. I am Melissa L. Watkins, evidential medium and master instructor with Integrated Energy Therapy. I hope you are all well. Oh, got wrong glasses on, so let's get those switched. That way, things aren't glaring. Yeah, literally just kinda going live, because it's Friday, and I'm really starting to really like these readings on Friday because they seem to be a bigger reading, especially when it comes to the weekend, like the energies of the weekend. So I really second cup of coffee. I had family in from the South, so I went and had coffee with them this morning. That was really, really nice, and just kinda getting ready for my Friday. Unexpected things going on today, so it's sharing my unexpected fortune with all of you by being here at a different time. So, with that being said, karma is one of the themes that has been coming up recently in readings that I've been doing. And that's what a lot of what you're going through right now is about, karmic clearing. So for some of you, this is generational karmic clearing. For some of you, this is very personal karmic clearing. And karma is something we carry energetically from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. And so for some of you in this Pluto retrograde from now until October, what is coming up is very karmic. What is coming up is the clearing of emotional patterns, thought patterns, energy patterns that have not served you. So, where you have done the blame and shame, where you've been jealous, where you've been the victim, and I'm not calling anybody out in this video at all. But once we can't understand what we're going through if we don't kind of recognize where we are energetically or what our patterns are in different situations. So if we're someone that is always thinking that other people are out to get me, or other people are the ones that always win, it's never me, right? Or we're jealous, the jealousy was one of the things I had to overcome, guys. I'm going to be, transparency, right? Transparency. If you've been with me for a while, that's what I try to do. Is I try to be transparent that what I have gone through isn't always pretty either, right? So growing up, I had to overcome jealousy because I found myself being very jealous of, what other people had, whether it was things or experiences or support. I was jealous of so much, so much, and I had a lot, but I wasn't valuing what I had at all. I was just seeing what other people had and, why couldn't I have that? Why couldn't I do that traveling? Or why couldn't I have those pair of jeans? Why couldn't I have those sneakers? Why couldn't I have, somebody who came and watched my sporting event, right? Why couldn't I have those things? And some of it was, sad, and some of it was very petty, right? But until we recognize through self-reflection what our pattern is, we can't change it. And so I feel like for a lot of you who yesterday, if you saw the video, if you didn't, I would say to take a look at yesterday's video. This is kind of a continuation or a deeper dive into that conversation. But if you're having dark thoughts, or if you're doing the why me, why am I feeling this? Why is this coming back around? Why am I going through this again? Why is this person being awful to me again? Why, because something is coming back up, right? For some of you, you've got those old romantic partners showing up, whether they're showing up in your DMs, whether they're showing up on your Facebook. You can see that they're watching you, whatever it is, right? It's coming up because this is And again, for some of you, you're clearing a layer, and for some of you, you're pulling the root out, right? You're yanking that root right out. So for some of you, this is really traumatic. This is really big stuff. But what I can say is, when you clear a layer or when you pull the root of a traumatic event or a feeling or an old emotional pattern out, you're releasing it permanently. And that's what's going on here, guys. This is permanent release. This is permanent karmic clearing. So whether it's your own generational past life karmic energy that you've been pulling from lifetime to lifetime pattern, or it's generational, it's family, so it's really big, you're clearing it permanently. And I don't say that lightly, but I know that these energies, with everything that's in play out there cosmically, astrologically, energetically, Mother Gaia, we're in an unprecedented time, and I'm not the only one who's feeling that. I'm not the only one who's getting that communication from my higher power, right? Or my higher powers. For those of you who don't know, I do channel Archangel Metatron. I have a close personal relationship with Archangel Metatron, who helps guide me as I bring forth these messages for all of you. So that's what's going on. That's why things are so flippin' unpleasant at this time, right? Because we're going through it. So today I thought what we would do is what we always do, pull some cards to kind of see what Spirit wants to bring through for messages to help us, and also who is helping us, okay? So if you are not part of my Guidance 311 group on Facebook, please check that out. I did a pick a card for this week, using a deck that does bring through guides, ascended masters, and archangels. So that is there for all of you. And then what else? Not this week coming. Is it this week coming up? In my monthly membership, I believe it's next Wednesday, we're going to do the group healing. So if you're someone that's like, I really need to permanently release this layer, I need to have some energy work done to help myself, definitely think about coming to the group energy healing. And if you're someone that really is wanting to take your own deep dive, you can always book with me personally for in-person and distance sessions through my website. All the details in the description box. But yeah, I'm just going to grab some cards here. So this was the deck that I thought I was going to be using for the pick a card for the weekend. And then I ended up choosing the other cards. So I think I'm going to use this card this morning for the weekend. For the general message. So kind of delving into what we're experiencing and what Spirit wants to bring through to help us. All right. So welcome those of you subscribing on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. We've gained some new subscribers this week. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really enjoying this this platform, this community, the ability to kind of be myself and to express what Spirit's bringing through. For years, I kind of hid it behind my own fear of being seen, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna take our time with these guys. I think that today might be a little bit of a longer video, because I'm really feeling like we all need support. This is tough energy. This is tough flipping energy. What we're going through. Everybody I talk to, my regulars, new people finding me, this is tough energy. Things are coming up, but I need you to believe that they're going to be okay. I need you to know that your energy that you're bringing to it is so important. If you're staying in the victimization energy, you're just going to manifest more ways and reasons to be a victim. Whatever you're going through right now, it's so, so important to really check in with your energy and where are you? Are you in gratitude for what is working out? Who is supporting you? Are you staying in faith? Are you staying in surrender? The faith that let go and let God. God's got it. God's got it. We have to believe it. So we're not worrying about it. We're not forcing it. We're not striving and driving. We're not pushing. We're not trying to make somebody be something they don't want to be or do, because that's human nature, right? We got to take the hands off the wheel. We got to take the hands off the wheel. We got to let God take the wheel. All right. Jesus, take the wheel. Thank you, Carrie Underwood. Good morning, darling. Good morning, Cynthia. Yeah. Family. Look at that. Family. This is a time to get quiet. This is a time to go within. This is a time to really, things in your physical may be horrible. Okay. Things in your energy family, things in your whatever family looks like for you, whether it's friends, work, whatever, right? This is a time, again, let people be who they are. Let them have their feelings. Let them have their energy. But you are checking in with yourself. We can't change anyone else. We can change our response to them. We can love them from afar. We can pray for them. So I'm feeling like whatever the dynamic is, and for some of you, this is the loss of a family member, right? Know that God has this situation, that at some point you will be back together, whether it's on this side of the veil or the next. Not prompting anybody to hurry up and make any, grand decisions here. We all have a role in our human form, and we all have a reason that we are here. And sometimes we lose sight of what that reason is, our purpose, right? And I feel like for some of you who are really feeling and shifting a family dynamic or some karma, family karma, right? It's really, really important for you to allow that to work out through prayer and through how you respond. Because if you're responding from love, whether they're wanting to accept it or not, they're feeling that love. If you're coming at them with hate or anger, that just gives them a reason to retaliate, right? But if you're sending them love, no matter how angry they are, there's nothing to retaliate to, and they feel it. Whether they want to accept it or not, that's on them, but they feel it. And I feel like for many of you, you are going through family issues. There are family situations, maybe involving children, right? But if we're going into the experience with love, we're letting love rule the energy of it, then that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to be the prevailing energy. That's what's going to prevail, the love. So for those of you who are really feeling like you've lost a family member, whether it's physically or energetically or emotionally, there will be a reconnection. It may not be now. It might be after October. It might be next year, but you can hold the space and grace. That is what you can do. That can be the response that shifts the energy of it. For some of you, you're being brought the energy of courage. There's a situation going on that is forcing you to find your courage. Um, It's only through going it alone. Sometimes when we're in a situation, we want somebody else to fix it. I mean, I think that's also human nature, right? We want somebody else to fix it. We want somebody to come in and make it better. I know I went through that for years. I didn't realize I had everything I needed to fix my situation within myself. And I feel like that's what this card is about for those of you who are needing somebody to come in and fix the situation for you. That it really truly is about you coming in and stepping into your own courage. It's not going in the absence of fear. The fear doesn't leave. It's going despite the fear. You still feel the fear. You still are unsure, but you keep persevering. You keep going. And that's what I feel like, whatever the situation is that you're experiencing at this point, um, someone manipulating you, someone doing you dirty in some way. And this could be family, friend, work. But I feel like something's been ripped away from you, something that you worked for, something that you truly, truly desired and put the time and effort into achieving, and it didn't work out for whatever reason. So for some of you, this is a marriage. For some of you, this is a career. These are big things that got ripped away from you. But you can overcome it if you have the courage within you to persevere and keep taking the steps you're being afforded to take. And they may not be steps that you ever saw coming. They may not be steps that you want, but they're the step that's going to take you to where you want, right? So the example that I'm being given here is I had lost my teaching career. I hadn't been able to um, finish my master's degree in New York State in 5 years. You have to have your master's degree in place to continue your certification in New York State. So I didn't have it, and I wasn't going to get it, and I lost my job. So what I had worked so hard for, I felt had been ripped away from me, even though it was my own fault. I wasn't able to finish what I needed to finish to keep that trajectory of my life going. But I had to find a way to keep going. I had to find a way to keep making money. And so I ended up selling cars. Didn't see that coming, didn't want to do it, but the money was what I needed to get me to the next step, right? Ultimately here with each and every one of you, doing this beautiful, beautiful work, working in spirit, and helping those, whether I'm helping you in this general group setting or you're working with me individually, right? So we never know where the perseverance or the solitary journey is going to lead us. And our solitary journey isn't going to be forever. It's really not. But I had to be that solitary journey of sitting down, getting really honest with myself as to why I wasn't able to get my finances in order so that I could continue my master's degree, why I couldn't get my household in order so that I could continue my master's degree. There were so many blocks that I felt at that time that were insurmountable because I had made them insurmountable. I was the only one that could change those blocks. And I didn't. I wasn't able to because I didn't have the courage to reflect on why my relationship with money was so bad, why my fear was so great in, honestly, guys, of accomplishing it. Like, I had to really get honest with myself that I was afraid of success. I was afraid of not having to strive and drive. I only knew lack. I only knew striving and driving. I didn't know success. I didn't know how to be grateful. I didn't know how to accept help. I was always the fixer. I was the people pleaser. I was the one people came to help for. I couldn't ask for help. My pride was too great. So sometimes we have to walk a solitary journey and find the courage within us to be able to self-reflect, to look at where we're getting in our own way. And these energies right now are kind of forcing some of you to do that because this is the time to permanently Let go of an old pattern, of an old story, of an old blockage or stumbling block. So for some of you, this is your chance to find the courage. And that will bring you the right people. That will bring you the right situation. That will bring you the right partner, the right career, the right company, the right friend, the right mentor. Finding that courage within you. And as I say that, the next card is new supportive connections. Yes. Once you look at where you've been in your own way, where you've not put up the boundaries, where you've not said you deserve. Once you find that courage, where you find that perseverance, where you find that forgiveness, where you find the gratitude, where you understand that you do deserve. That was my thing. I didn't ever feel like I deserved. So I kept making situations be where I wouldn't receive, right? So now you are at a place where you are going to be manifesting the new supportive connections because of the karma that you're releasing, because of the generational karma that you're releasing, or the personal karma that you're releasing. These lifetime of not allowing yourself the happiness or the gratitude or the love for whatever reason, for whatever reason. But now you are coming into the relationships that will be the most compatible soulmate. New supportive connections are coming in. And for some of you, again, this is, I feel like, a deeper dive of yesterday's reading. So please check out yesterday's reading. But I did a relationship reading at the end. And that's what I'm feeling here. This is kind of going back into that energy of now these connections are going to be, these aren't just new connections, they're new supportive connections. So these are going to be soulmates that are like the most compatible soulmate. These aren't the soulmate that's coming in to tear you down, to build you back up. This is not the soulmate that's coming in to be utilizing your goodness. No, this is a partnership. This is a soulmate coming in to not only give to you, but also to receive from you. And for some of you, you're only used to giving. You're not used to receiving. So that's why it's time to have the courage, and that's why it's time to allow the old family stuff to not hold you back. I mean, for some of you, the family stuff that you've got to let go of is, the divorce, right? Or that long-term relationship that took you out at the knees. Maybe on paper you weren't married, but you felt married. You were making the plans. You were having the future goals together. Your family was intertwined. It was a marriage of the heart. So for some of you, the karma that you're releasing is letting go of just past relationships that it's over, you got the lesson, or you were beneficial to them, you helped them in some way, but now it's time for yours. It's time for yours. That's what I'm feeling here with this new supportive connection. All of the relationships in your past, you gave. You gave to the nth degree, and you didn't receive. And some of you ended up in a deficit, financially, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, mentally. They just sucked you dry. And in this energy, what you're going through now on the other side of it is going to be that soulmate that is most compatible, where you are not only giving, but you are also receiving. And for some of you, that might take some time to get to trust the receiving. Trust that they're going to come through with their promises because you've never had that before. Trust that they have integrity because you've never had that before, right? So that's what I'm getting with that card. Yeah. Because your fragmented energy that has been lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, your fragmented energy in this lifetime of people pulling you here and here and here, family, friends, coworkers, mentors, whatever, just taking from you and taking from you and taking from you. This energy is now allowing you to call all of that fragmented energy back to you. So when you're stepping into your most compatible soulmate relationship, when you're stepping into the forgiveness or family dynamic, when you're stepping into receiving that opportunity that you never saw coming, right? It's because you're no longer fragmented. It's because you are now more whole. Because this energy is releasing permanently that old karmic pattern that kept you fragmented. So as you move forward, you are going to be empowered. You are going to feel more grounded. You're going to feel more in tune with yourself. There's no longer any fragmentation going on because you're not scattered. You're feeling that wholeness that comes with being able to drop down into your heart and feel connected to your higher self or to God, to be able to surrender because your faith is so strong. So right now, your energy is being returned to you. Your fragmented parts are coming back. And it's keeping you feelings of tired, feelings of overwhelm, feelings of almost a little scattered because you do feel like you're being pulled in different directions. And it's not that you're being pulled in different directions, it's that energies that pulled you in different directions are now being returned to you, is what I'm seeing. So this goes back to the previous couple of readings, if you've been following me, of the recalibration that you're going through. So for some of you, this fragmented energy card is absolutely validating that you've been going and are going through a recalibration where your energy is being returned to you, but it's not just being returned to you at the frequency that it left, but at a higher frequency. So that's where the recalibration is coming in. So that's why you're receiving your most compatible soulmate. That's why that opportunity that just floored you is coming in, or is going to floor you is coming in. More responsibility, more money, more prestige, more of what you want to be doing. More in line with your purpose or passion in some way. So this recalibration right now has you feeling a little funky, a little out of sorts, right? But as you continue every day getting in alignment with this new frequency, it will get easier. But you're also going to then start recognizing your intuition is more on point. Your clairaudience is coming online. Your clairsentience is really ramping up. Your claircognizance is coming in like gangbusters, right? You know that you know. And now you know how you know. You know that it's spirit. You know that it's your higher self. You know that it's that connection to the other side. Your clairvoyance, seeing. For some of you, you're remote viewing. For some of you, you're very telepathic, right? This recalibration is big. It's not for the faint of heart, but it is time to get excited. It is time to know that what you're coming into is for you, that you do deserve it, right? So this energy is bringing you into milestones. Hello, Lynette. Becoming ourselves. Yes, Cynthia, at a very, very like, whew, energetic level. So milestones, yes. You're gonna start hitting some milestones. So for those of you who've been wanting to have a baby, for those of you who've been wanting to get married, for those of you who've been wanting the promotion, for those of you who've been wanting to start your own business, for those of you who've been wanting to create whatever you want to create, music, art, books, courses, your own whatever. And the milestone is going to be the recognition that comes with your recalibration, right? Your new self, right? The person who is happy and receiving in a way that people are recognizing. They're recognizing that you're this more successful person. They're realizing that I'm not even talking like money success. I'm just talking about like happiness and just really vibrating at this higher frequency of gratitude and joy and compassion and happiness that they can't not recognize, and they also want to know how you did it, and they want some of it, right? They want some of it. They don't know that you've had to walk through the mud, that you have faced the shadow over and over again in some situations, right? So that's what this milestone card is. It's spirit coming in and going, you're being given the gift of the desire that's been the most in your heart, because we are validating that you have hit a milestone energetically, karmically, purposefully. Like, you deserve it. And for those of you who are like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about, I'm not there yet. You're not there yet, but you're getting there. It's coming. It's coming from now until the end of the year. I mean, for some of you, it's going to happen right before October, in October, and after October, right? But before the end of this year, before January 1st of 2025, you will hit a milestone. You are being given a milestone because of the karmic release, because of you're doing the work. And for some of you, you're doing it inadvertently. For some of you, you've been doing it for a while. But that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on. Awesome, darling. She's like totally feeling it. And I felt the attitude with which you said that, like totally feeling it. Like I'm kind of over it. All right. All right. So I'm just kind of tuning in to see what wants to come through now. Oh, not the deck I wanted. This is the deck I wanted. The Gateway of Light Activation, because that's what I feel like's happening here, guys. We are going through the gateway of this light activation that's coming through, especially with all these solar flares and the aurora borealis right now. Yeah, I'm feeling the light activation. So let's see what these cards want to bring. I told you this was going to be a longer video, so. I just need to write that down. I think that's going to be the title of this video. You are receiving a milestone, because that's what I'm feeling. All right, so let's see what gateways this light activation is bringing each and every one of us. Oh, okay. So we just had 2 pop out. Yeah, star gathering, stars aligned, remembering home, soul family. And I feel like this is in alignment with that first home card or family card that came out. So yeah, so you are coming into alignment with home. And for some of you, this is a very galactic home. This is like really feeling into your galactic ancestor. So whether you're feeling the Arcturians, whether you're feeling the Venusians, whether you're feeling the Palladian energy, right? So for some of you, you're really kind of coming into connection or being brought to a lot of information about these different galactic entities, because you are that recalibration is bringing you into the remembrance of that home, right? That soul family. For some of you, you're coming into soul family in this lifetime here in this incarnation. So for some of you, you're finding your soul family, soul tribe, who are resonating with you. So more like-minded people who, feel their Arcturian roots or their Palladian roots or their Venusian roots, right? And there's more. Those are just the 3 that are kind of on the top of my head right now. But so wherever that you're resonating, right? And for some of you, you're coming into alignment with soul family again with that most compatible soulmate, right? So for some of you, you really are coming into that most compatible soulmate connection, romantic partner, mentor, friend who really does, again, partnership, right? You give, but you also receive from them. They're giving to you as well. So I really too feel like this star gathering is happening for each and every one of us in some way. So for some of you, this is very romantic partner. And for some of you, this is very much your soul tribe that you've been really, really wanting, because you've been isolated on this journey. You've been alone on this journey. You don't feel like you can talk to people in your family circle, in your work circle, maybe even in your friend circle, right? About the experiences that you're having in your physical body that is connection to spirit, connection to your higher self, connection to your clairs, connection to your faith, connection to your God, right? Whatever that looks like for you. Hello, Christian. Hello. So yes. Oh, Atlantis. Yeah. Some of you are having memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. Yeah. So that's totally what I'm feeling. Like this is also validation that the recalibration that you're having is you're remembering your roots in Atlantis. You were part of the technological progress that was made at that time. So for some of you, you might be inventing things, right? You might be really coming into connection with groups of people who are also remembering higher technologies or higher advancements in different areas, right? So, but the spiritual acceleration, I feel like each and every one of us is feeling. Each and every one of us is feeling the acceleration. That is the recalibration. That is the frequency that's being raised in your DNA, right? So you're coming into this compassion. You're coming into this love. You're coming into this gratitude. You're coming into this mercy. You're coming into this love. And for some of you, you really are starting to feel like you're receiving the key of life. You're the key of your life, right? Why you never fit in with anybody else, why you were never able to achieve X, Y, or Z, right? And this is why. Because you were to be doing other things, or you were to be around other people, or your purpose was not small, right? For some of you, you were kicked out of situations, and it was because they were honestly, they just didn't fit you. They were too small. You needed to be bigger. You needed to be on a bigger platform or a bigger situation or a bigger company or a bigger whatever. But this is because right now, this recalibration, this higher frequency, it is bringing in the seeds of our soul and the seeds of memories of other lifetimes on this planet of who we were, and helping us to remember that, helping us to come into frequencies in this lifetime, that are kind of gearing us towards frequencies that, we were in that lifetime. Earth star activation, anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. Yeah, I've totally been feeling this in the past couple of weeks, maybe even month. Grounding is so important right now because of the higher frequencies that are coming in. It really is making us feel out of sorts, dizzy, like we're not grounded, we're floating, we're all over the place, we can't settle, we can't concentrate, right? So getting into grounding with Mother Gaia, who is also, also being recalibrated, but she can still help transmute what it is that we're releasing. So, those old frequencies, those old stories, those old patterns, those old dynamics, those old unworthiness issues, those old victimization issues, those old, lack mentality, greed, lust, um, woulda, coulda, shoulda, resentment, whatever, anger, whatever it is, threat, right? Give those to her. Let her transmute those for you. So, grounding meditation is very, very important. And I do have a whole playlist of meditations in my Living in Love community, which is a monthly membership, and that information is in the description box. So, very, very, very important to be grounding in these energies. I just want to see if something else wants to come out. Palladian activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens, resolution. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Palladian activation. Yeah, a soul family. I mean, the Palladians is, one of the so yes, harmony in the heavens, resolution. Yeah. A lot of you are coming into resolution in a lot of situations because it's just time for it to be over. It's simply time for it to be over. And for some of you, you're coming into resolution in situations that you hadn't thought about in a long, long time. Wasn't even on your radar. Wasn't even on your radar, right? And it's because it's just time to be released. It's time to be permanently let go of. It's part of the karma that needs to be. It's time just to be dissolved, to be permanently dissolved, to be let go of. And so the Palladian activation that's coming in is allowing you to do that. So even if you're not, you don't feel like you have ties to the Pleiades, that's okay. That energy is still going to come in and help you bring you resolution in some way. With just old stuff that it's time for it to go. We just don't need it anymore. Yeah, and Chamber of the Violet Flame, karmic release. There it is, radical transformation. Ta-da! There it is. There it is. That's what's going on. That's what if for each and every one of you in some way you are releasing karma. So for some of you, again, it's personal karma, lifetime after lifetime, that this is the time that it's being resolved, it's being released. It's time to work it out. And whatever's coming up right now in shadow, whatever's coming up in again, these situations that are coming up right now for you, you've been through it before. And a lot of you are asking, why am I going through this? I've been through it. I've dealt with it. I've done it. What is this all about? This is it. It's because it's time to release this karmic pattern, this karmic cycle. And so call on the Chamber of the Violet Flame to help you in the transformation process, to go faster, to go easier, whatever it is you need. Simply go into meditation and ask to be taken to the Chamber of the Violet Flame. It's time to let it go. I'm actually going to read this card, I think. I think that whatever Kyle Gray channeled, I'm feeling like we need to hear it. So let's see what we got here. I thought it was in alphabetical order. I could be wrong. That's okay. We'll go to the contents. Chamber. Of the violet flame. Oh, it's on page 55. That's all about change, right? 5-5. The violet flame is a spiritual retreat space that holds a powerful energy of transformation and transmutation. It can be visited in meditation and invoked through prayer and affirmation. Spiritually, it is seen within a chamber, often as a giant roaring flame, and sometimes with silver and gold shining through the violet. When we connect with the violet flame, we are being given the opportunity to detach from lower vibrational experiences and turn darkness into light. Ultimately, this is the gateway of alchemy. Alchemy is the art of turning lead into gold, and so from the energetic perspective, the violet flame is where we place all that is leaden and heavy in our life and turn it into golden opportunity. So to connect, visualize a fiery violet flame light streaming down from the heavens and washing over your entire life. Set the intention that you are willing to transmute all fear and experience light once more. Your message. When you receive this card, know that the violet flame of transformation has been brought to you by your angels and guides. They are encouraging you to see that you are in a space of radical transformation. Transformation can be overwhelming, but know the hand of the divine is leading the way. All past trauma is now being cleared from your energy. Stay focused on releasing all the energies that are no longer serving you. The violet flame is here to transmute fear into love. If any fear is rising up inside you now, know that it is simply a call for love. Call in the strongest form of love you know and allow those in your inner circle to support you through this transformational time. You are an alchemist with the capacity to take all the leaden aspects of your life and turn them into golden opportunities. You can align your life within the divine plan now and live in a more purposeful way. I feel like this whole reading was leading us to that message. I truly do. I truly do. Whew. So the other card deck that came out when I was grabbing that card deck is Mr. Kyle Gray's The Divine Masters Oracle. So I thought I was going to leave the reading right there, but I am being kind of pulled to at least pull one card from this deck of the Divine Masters to see who also is around us and working with us at this time that you can also call in as you need. Oh, you're very welcome, everyone. All right, so let's just see who else wants to come in to say, hey, feel free to call on me as you go through these really difficult times, really difficult energies that are leading us to really beautiful, radical shift in consciousness. Really looking forward to it myself. Really glad to be a part of it. As awful as it has been at different points of my life. Yeah. The blue beings, light transmission, wounds healed, important information and charging up. And oh my God, guys, I just got so like an emotional overwhelm when I saw this. Blue beings, light transmission, wounds healed, important information, charging up. It's what we're going through. It's what we're going through. Wounds healed. I think most of us are ready for this. If not all of us are ready for this, for our wounds to be healed. Whew. Hello, Tammy. Hello. Hello. Hello, Leonard. Hello. Whew. All right. I just felt the love overwhelming from the blue beings. I just felt overwhelming love. So I'm definitely going to read this one so we know who they are. And then to help you work with them. Page 30. Light transmission, wounds healed, important information charging up. There are many names for these beings, such as extraterrestrial, star people, star ancestors, sky people, and more. Whatever they are called, they are divinely inspired, evolved beings existing in dimensions that we can't even comprehend. These dimensions are alternate realities and so far in the future that these bright ones see beyond anything that troubles us now. These overseers of the cosmos are like angels in the sense that they are expressions of the divine, fully connected to the heart of source. Star beings exist in multiple forms and in this case appear as blue beings. They are here to transport you energetically to their healing sanctuary so that you can be whole and healed. They come in peace, radiating the highest light and frequencies that can assist you on all levels of healing. They work in a quantum level, and thus when their healing touches your life, the root cause of any dis-ease is illuminated and completely healed. Whew. I definitely felt their energy as I tuned into them, guys. If the world feels overwhelming or intense, know that hands of light are upon you now. Take a moment to retreat to a safe place to cleanse and recharge your energy. Don't feel guilty about it. You don't need to be constantly in the limelight or in the service of others. This is not a time to sacrifice your own well-being. This is not a take the time to recharge, observe, and review how you feel. This is a deeply healing time for you. You may have been in this path for a long time and experienced miraculous and healing moments, but now you are going deeper. This is about healing from the inside out. Be open to learning new information and gaining insights about your life that will bring you a deeper state of wholeness and connection with yourself. Cosmic beings are surrounding you now and are leading the way on this ever unfolding journey. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I would, after having felt just a moment of their energy and how beautiful and loving and light and overflowing it felt, to invite you, to invoke them, to come in to help you wherever and whenever you need. So now I think we're going to leave it there. So thank you for the subscribes on YouTube. Thank you for the hearts on Facebook. Thank you for staying with me through this live. For those of you who did have to jump over from Facebook to YouTube, the replay is available and will be available. So thank you for those of you watching on the replay. If you want to work with me, please go to my website, melissaalwatkins.com or guidance311.com. But guys, wow, I knew that this was going to be a longer video, and I think it was well worth it right to the very end. So thank you for those of you who stayed the whole time, whether you're here live or watching on the replay. I truly appreciate the support for this mission that I seem to be on. So have a beautiful, beautiful weekend, and I will talk to you soon.